Did you ever grow up hearing stories that you just felt were make-believe? Did your parents ever tell you something wasn't real just because it was too scary for you? Did they ever prepare you for what is coming, the end of the world? Do you remember using your imagination growing up, dreaming of the most wild things? What if you found out there is no such thing as imagination and it was all real? That's what Conspiracy Thursdays will be about. Fact-finding the stories we all grew up hearing and showing just how scary and real it has become. I'm Trixie Lane, and welcome to my channel. While I try not to censor anyone and allow freedom of speech, to protect my channel, I ask that you be kind to one another. Agree to disagree if you must. Engage with me in the chat. And know that no question is a stupid question. I will interact with you as often as I can. When I have guests present, engagement may be toned down a little, but I will still try to get to you as much as possible. I will also provide trigger warnings where necessary and explain what is about to be discussed and for how long. That way, if you need to mute the live for a moment, you can. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't already, please give the live a like and consider subscribing. Help push the channel through the algorithm. And support the voices that join these discussions. We want to be voices for victims around the world. They deserve justice. And we want to help deliver the truth. So let's get started. Hello, and welcome into the live today. I have not added the panelists quite yet because I want to introduce them. So as you saw, we got Stone, we got Lisa, and we got True Chrissy that's going to be coming on panel. Just a couple of things. Let's be respectful to one another. I'm not going to censor the chat, but we're going to censor our words up here because we are streaming live on 3 different channels right now, and we don't want to take the risk of them closing us down. So we're going to call this Fraz, and we're going to censor very specific words. You know, we're going to try to use unaliving, grape, you know, all those words that we really hate to say because it really is offensive to true victims out there. But this is to keep our life going, to continue to spread awareness and continue to be the voice for these victims. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Push us through the algorithm. I thank you for being here, and let's go ahead and bring up our panelists. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hi, Trixie. Hi, everyone.
Before we get started, do we feel like we have an echo?
Chrissy's mic is a mess.
Mine is really?
Okay,
Hold
how
on.
about now?
Lisa, you sound good. Chrissy, try again.
Hello.
Say testing like 10 times.
Testing.
Okay,
Okay,
we're
that's
good.
better.
I think I had
Nah,
to
you're
turn
good.
something off. I think I had too many things open, so I was hearing all kinds of stuff.
And Stone, you wanna test?
Testing.
Perfect.
Hello.
You sound great. Let me see if I can turn you up a little bit because you're quiet.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Okay, you want to try again, Stone?
Testing.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Lisa,
Everybody
Let's
sounds
one
do
more
it.
good to
time.
me.
All righty.
I'm fixing your guys' mic settings so it doesn't, hopefully it doesn't mess up on you guys. Okay. So,
I'm ready to start if you are. I know we don't have very many watchers right now, and that's okay because I'm not really in the algorithm yet. I'm slightly in there. So doing, Conspiracy Thursday lives, I think will also help. That's why I haven't really pushed out many commentary videos so far on these because I'm not getting any views at all.
Right.
So I'm trying to slowly push myself in with shorts and, some Epstein stuff, re-uploads and stuff so that people are like, oh, okay, this is a channel that's gonna be going over this at some point and adding
Right.
commentary and deep dives. So I'm working into it. It's been only about a month. I'm somewhat in there, just a little, but a little more helps.
And you know what? Afterwards, leaving it up will be great because people will go to it. We can promote it. And, it's the first time. So, I mean, it's okay. And it
Right.
will get seen either way.
So does my mic sound okay? I should probably ask you ladies that.
Yeah, you actually sound great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, you
love this
sound
new
good.
mic. Thank you. Yeah, the new mic sounds fabulous to me. I just, I've tested it and tested it, but now I'm wanting to know what everybody else is saying. That it's good.
It's a good, clear sound. Yeah.
Thank goodness. I was even able to get some headphones that would prevent it from hopefully messing up.
Before everybody
Hey.
started coming in, like when I had the different link. So I was doing all this stuff, and I didn't like put my, because I always like show my face, So I I was like, I haven't put anything on, any makeup on. Like my hair was still wet. I'm like, it was like I was thinking we were starting at 7, not 7:15. I forgot it was 7:15. So I'm like, I was a mess for about 3 minutes there. I'm like, just pull me up.
You look
Yeah, no,
great.
that was my bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So if I feel like I look red. I don't know why, but I look red or something.
Nah, no. And not only that, I've got everybody's pictures like really little at the moment, so
Yeah, we're fine.
we are all good. And I am getting my drive pulled up finally. So, one moment. Okay, so there is a lot to discuss with this topic. Now, I did put out a commentary video about this specific topic, about Fraz. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know what all I said because there's a lot to this one apparently. And it wasn't no quick one wham done, whatever the saying is. But I did pull up a lot of things that, could be very useful in today's live.
Okay.
It's a very
Let me
dark
see.
topic, isn't it?
Yes,
It's a
it is
very-
Stone. Was that Stone that said that or Chrissy? But yeah, it is. In fact, I was going over a quick video before, and it is a very it's not for the faint.
Mm-hmm. It's horrible. It's utterly disgusting, horrible. The way they torture these people it's horrible. I don't know how to
Yeah,
describe it, but horrible.
and I
Uh-oh.
think that
Chrissy, you're starting to sound like you got a fan on you.
I do have a fan, man.
she
Ah,
said I
girl,
do.
you're killing. You know what? It's cold enough outside. Open a window.
Well, honestly, because I do it because my dog, when he hears people, he starts going on. They go
I'm
side to
teasing.
side.
I'm teasing you. Stone, however, did tell me that she has seen the Fraz video,
I've seen
and
most a very little part of it, and it was about probably 12 years ago now. I kind
Okay.
of stumbled upon it and watched probably 30 seconds, long enough to see what was going on, and it was not something I wanted to see.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I saw a little bit of it. We got
you
a
know,
really
I want.
big league. Like,
And one thing that I thought was interesting if you just happen to try to just like Google it, you know,
It's only on the dark web,
they very
supposedly.
much try to debunk it as if it's
Yeah.
just
They do.
all theory. So I mean, all just
Based on
fake news, fake, and see, and I think that's why this is great that everything is starting to be dropped, and so you no longer can just Google like, oh, that's fake. They're talking about fake
Nope.
because that's what they've tried to do the whole time. It is not fake, which is the
no,
purpose of you and us doing this. It is not fake. It is very real. And so I was just looking even today, like they were still trying to say things, and it's like
There's
already
things
been
on the
Yeah.
dark
dropped.
web still, but yeah, they're trying really hard to debunk it,
yeah.
Yeah.
as
I've
well
seen,
as
And unfortunately, it's
seen
very
redact-
true.
yeah, I have seen redacted clips where it's like kind of blocking someone. You hear screams and like horrible sounds. You
I
do see
remember,
you see Hillary's face.
Yeah.
like what Stone said. I remember seeing something. Gosh, I want to say it was around 2016, 2018 when it was
That's why
recirculating
I was there.
again.
Right. That's right
But
about
it
when
was
it was.
very,
2014 was when I saw it.
yeah, it
So
was like
about
really, really brief. And I didn't know the name of it. That was around the time that, they were talking about Wayfair, and
And Pizzagate.
it was sometime, I think it was after Pizzagate.
Yeah, it was like metastasized from Pizzagate. Yeah.
Yeah, they were going on about Wayfair, and I was like, oh my God, I just ordered like, I don't even remember, probably a dresser or a bed or something off of Wayfair. I know I ordered something from them, and
I was
I
on
remember
Unow
being
at the time.
really upset. Yeah, but I didn't understand the depth. I just, I heard human trafficking and child trafficking, and I immediately just like, because back then, I was a lot younger and more like not really, like, I was interested, but I wasn't at the same time, because it was a scary thing. I had a little kid and another one on the way,
Sure.
and
yeah.
things like that, or I might have even had both of them at the time.
It's easier to believe sometimes or just to look away. It really is.
And
Yeah,
apparently, like
well,
9 out of 13 cops or investigators that watched it ended up dead or committed suicide.
yeah, and they're
Right.
trying to shut
Yeah,
that
the
down and say
police
that there was no
officers.
connection.
Right.
Yeah, but how Hillary Clinton is,
Hillary.
she'll leave a trail of bodies in her wake.
Yeah. She
I
needs
watched a
bullets.
video one time that broke down like the amount of people attached to them, and the video was like 2 hours long, and all they did was list names.
Yes, I have some of that list on this
It's
drive.
crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
She is the most evil woman in the world.
Absolutely.
She truly
That's
is.
a great way to start this off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always said when Hillary Clinton was running for presidency, I was telling people, I don't care how much you dislike Trump, this woman is by far the worst thing you could ever want in office.
Yeah.
Put aside your emotions for this man
Yeah.
and use your brain. Because you put her in office,
Girl.
we are all DEAD without a doubt.
It would have been. Yeah,
I
and
don't think you
it's
can
like
get into
it's like
power
a
without being
whole new
corrupt
realm.
now.
It's not political. You know what I mean? It's just.
It's not.
She is a scary, vile human being, if we can even call her human. I heard she's a reptilian.
Yeah, I heard that. But I've heard her favorite thing is on the islands they take them and they let the children get like a head start, tell them to run, and they hunt
That would
children.
be her.
Yeah,
That was
that's
part
her
of the
favorite
that was
thing.
part of the Fraz video.
Yeah, and that's her favorite thing to do is hunt the children down and to get them the most terrified that they are because that's when the adrenaline's pumping and that's when they do drink the blood, the adrenochrome or whatever that they like. That's when they get the best effects from it.
I'm gonna give Stone a chance to speak. I think her mic
Sure.
is just a wee bit low, so every time she's tried, we've kind of.
I'm having problems with this mic. It is the first time I've used it, and it keeps cutting off, and so I'm going to have to figure something out the next time I come on.
I'm wondering
you're
if your
okay.
background sound is a
Nice to
little bit
meet you,
too loud.
Stone. By the way, it's all about the Clinton and Podesta laptop. They have to record
Let's see. Maybe if I just
document
went
crimes.
with my phone.
If you have headphones, I feel like that's better too because it blocks out
Oh
the
yeah,
background
headphones for
noise.
sure.
That I can't tell you. I'm
Let's
not.
just try my phone mic. How is that sounding?
I'm using
Oh,
my
that
phone
sounds
too and I
great.
get echo. It's
That
because of
sounds
our
actually pretty good.
background noise.
I apologize.
No, you're okay. You don't have to
It's
apologize at
okay.
all.
Okay, well, I've disconnected the mic, so I think I'll probably not have any problems. This is a really nice phone, so I should be good.
Yeah, it sounds great actually.
Okay,
I can hear you a lot better.
good,
Um,
good. I shouldn't have tried the extra then.
no, you're okay. I get like and you probably didn't even turn it up. I don't know if you have an option on it to turn it up, but I kept turning you up on StreamYard and it still was
It maxed
really
out. You know,
quiet.
I don't even think this is just a little TP thing. I don't even think there is a volume on it.
Gotcha.
So
Some
it's
do,
better
some
just to
don't. Yeah.
disconnect it. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are a little out of order, I guess. I thought I had them in order, but apparently I don't. There was some people that came out on this looks like X, formerly known as Twitter,
Yeah,
Hmm.
it is.
coming out and speaking about Evergreen, which is a code name and shipping company or whatever that Hillary Clinton goes by. I guess it's her code name for her secret service too. Like that's what they call her is Evergreen,
Uh-huh.
supposedly. Um, the Evergreen shipping containers carried and trafficked children, illegal immigrants, weapons, plus and owned by Walmart and Clinton Foundation. I think we all believe that. I mean, if we don't, I don't know what
It's
to
pretty
tell
I've
well
you.
actually
documented.
seen where they showed the X-ray where you could see them when they were shipping, like how much they would pile in, and you could see them. I mean, the people in there. I mean, it was absolutely
Oh
so
yeah,
hard for people to even wrap their brains that this has actually happened, and
Yeah.
how is she like still just sitting in her home? That just it's so
right.
just. But if I'm not mistaken, was she pardoned from with by Biden?
I don't know if
I
she was
don't.
a part
I
of
don't
the
know.
pre-pardons or not, but a whole
I
lot of
can't.
people got those.
Yeah,
I want to say yes, but yeah, I'm with them. I think I'm not
yeah.
100% sure. I personally cried and prayed when I saw the video called Fraz. It depicted Hillary Clinton and Huma. I will never say the last name, just so we're clear. What they did in that video will haunt me forever, or forever haunt me. I think we should have the unalive penalty for anyone that does this to itty bitties.
Mhm.
I'm trying to avoid trigger words at the beginning of
Yeah.
this live for
Right.
YouTube because I don't want anybody to get shut down because they have been downvoting my videos on YT. I don't know who, but somebody has been. So I wouldn't put
Interesting.
it past them to try and report. But anyways,
Yeah.
any celebrities talking about pizza are talking about little chicas who will grape, torment, and unalive and use their adrenalized BLOOD for adrenochrome. How do you say that, guys?
Adrenochrome.
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 Adrenochrome, and get high on it.
Yeah.
I've never had to say that word out loud before, so
It's all supposed to be what makes them like, the celebrity skin, like look so
yeah,
young.
So
I
I
have a
first
lot
encountered
of
that
that.
word in Hunter S. Thompson's novels. He talked about it in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Like it's in the movie too. So yeah, it was
Well,
Is that
actually.
an
They tried to say
Adam's
that's not a
apple?
thing too.
Is
that
this an
the
Adam's
movie
apple?
Monsters Inc. that they made for children is basically exactly what they do. They torture children, make them scared, and still they're like their souls and their adrenochrome. It's basically the exact same thing that they're doing, you know.
There's
Yeah,
a
there's more
spiritual
information on
component
that.
too, but there's a lot
Yeah,
to it. There really is.
yeah,
Fear does taste
trust
the
me.
best.
Jeez, and
There's
it's
been a
sick.
lot
It's
of
just so
weird
sick.
stuff and experiments on children and
And you can't
horrible
even
things.
talk about that ingredient either because Google doesn't acknowledge it either. Oh, that's just
Yeah, that's true.
conspiracy. But I
Find
got
out.
proof on that.
Yeah.
I got proof on that. So 1 minute though. But first and foremost, does Michelle Obama have a freaking Adam's apple right here?
Yes, she does. Have you
Absolutely.
guys not seen Joan Rivers say that she was a man, and everybody said that she was a man, and
I mean, I've been
even
hearing it for
Obama
years that
himself
And then
she's
Joan
called her
died
a
right
woman.
after that.
Joan died right after
okay.
that.
Yeah. Crazy. So check this out. I think this is what it is. It's one of these.
Hey, exposing.
It's on. You can buy it.
There you go.
You can buy it. And I pulled this directly from the site.
Yes. Yep. You can. You can buy
How
it.
sick is that?
Yeah.
Oh, but it gets even better.
And it's
Check this
blood
out.
from a child.
Check this out. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm sharing my audio. 1 second. Okay, I am. Cool. So, check this out. Hi, exposing. If it'll ever, there goes.
Yeah, the frazzle, I'll just say, was on that Wiener guy's, Anthony Weiner's laptop, and it was under
Right.
life insurance. And
Mhm.
the file's name was called Frazzle.
You mean
Yeah,
this warrant right here that I got for Wiener?
yeah,
Anthony Weiner's?
yeah.
It's like, I could probably put that in an open drive for somebody or everybody. I don't care.
And when they asked Hillary Clinton about it the other day on live TV, she was laughing and smiling about it and
Didn't
saying
she
it was
deny
untrue.
everything?
Yes. But did
I
you
didn't
not see
watch
the
it.
look on her face? She had to look down and giggle and smile and everything.
Oh, I believe it. I won't watch it.
I
She's
saw.
interesting.
I saw. They've effectively made it into a conspiracy theory. Which conspiracy theory, if you break down the word, doesn't mean false. It means a
Right?
group of people who come together, and and then we figured out.
Yes.
Yeah,
The only one
that's
that tries
just
to make it false are the perpetrators.
guilty.
Right.
You're just throwing out these conspiracies.
Yeah.
No.
I know I was always a crazy conspiracy theorist when I talked about the children and the pizza gate and all this stuff. And now that it's all being exposed, who's the crazy one now? Still me, but that's okay.
It's all
Well, I
there.
mean, some things could still be technically conspiracy. That's the
Oh,
whole point
yeah.
of these Thursday lives, is
Yeah.
to bring stuff that support these conspiracy theories as fact instead of just theories. And
Right.
I'm all for it. So this is a 21-page document of his warrant for his computer. Of course, I'm not going to go over it because that's going to take like an hour.
Yeah.
And I haven't even read it. But yeah, this is for Anthony Weiner. Or I think his name's Anthony, isn't it? Anthony?
Yeah, Anthony
Yeah.
Okay,
Weiner.
the
Yeah.
Wieners.
Yeah.
Something
No
Wieners.
exposing.
Yeah, it's Anthony Weiner.
Wouldn't that suck having that for a last name? Well, as a man, I guess it wouldn't suck as much, but
Yep. The
It's
teasing.
supposed to be Viner, like Weiner.
It's
I
actually
thought it was
pronounced
Weiner.
Weiner.
Yeah.
They always
So-
pronounced it that way on the news.
So, Lisa, I think you might want these PDFs at some point, and I'm happy to forward them to you.
Okay.
But we were just going over that, and they have lists and lists of these minor children on here, like their actual names, and I wouldn't put it past them to be missing children. Now, 1 second, because I did translate this, by the way, and I do want to read this to you guys, just real quick. I believe that's is that Russian? No, that's German. Sorry. Okay. Dirk Schaefer. So, this isn't the
I was going to say you're
translation.
going to read German.
This isn't the translation that I pulled up. Hold on. I had it too. 1 second.
So I'll tell why you're pulling that up. So exposing, you're just coming in. So, of course we use like terms and stuff, but so we're talking
Just on
about
panel.
the frizzle
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and
Frazzle. Yeah.
frazzle. What I say, frizzle,
Yeah.
frizzle,
Frizzle.
frazzle.
Frazzle.
It's
Um,
Fraz. We're
Frizz
calling it
Raz, yeah.
Fraz.
Yeah, and so basically, this starts coming out kind of after the Pizzagate. It focuses a lot on Hillary Clinton, and um, her fetish cult, like however you want to word it, her different things. But her being responsible for actually what
Beat it
how would we
somebody's
say it,
children.
like unaliving
Yeah.
children, doing through rituals,
Yeah.
through it's really deep, but that is the basis of what tonight is about. So I thought I'd say that while you were pulling that up, just in case people kind of came in and were like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
And I will say, even though I said we want to have supporting evidence to make these theories come out as fact, I just want to say on the record, this is all alleged and for educational and entertainment purposes only.
Absolutely.
But we know.
Oh,
If
we're
you
glad
know,
you're
you
here
know.
exposing.
Yes.
Important.
Absolutely. Okay, so I did go ahead and translate it. Dear Mr. Schaefer, I'm sending you the photocopies and printouts because I'm scared. I ordered USB sticks from Amazon and received them last week. One stick had an open package, and there was data on it, PDF text. I initially wanted to send the USB stick back, but then I thought, no, let's take a closer look at what it is. I can't read English very well, but what I understand is that it's a list of kidnapped children. They're probably being captured and exploited. It's terribly sad. A company called CYM operates camps and processes children. They offer and sell adrenochrome. Disposal means, or deposal means disposal? I don't know what that means, but okay. There are hundreds of pages, and I can only print out a few for you. There are also lists with names and photos of adults, which were actually the employees of CYM. Anyways, I believe these are the people holding the children captive. I can't find anyone here who believes me. Everyone says I'm completely crazy, but it's true. Q, if you know, you know, by the way, says so too. That's why I'm contacting you, Mr. Schaefer. On your website, you represent the truth of Q. I'd also like to write to Mr. Trump, but mail is being monitored. I don't think that's the case within Germany yet. I can't send an email because, to be honest, I'm afraid they're terrible. Unalivers who torture small kidlies. As Q also writes, I've been reading about Q for a long time. Please find ways to publicly address this on your blog or a website. I've looked at the names, etc., a few times. Not all of them, and the companies seem so reputable. Can you give the list to Mr. Trump? Hopefully, he'll free you from your suffering. I'm really scared, and in case the letter is intercepted, my name mustn't be found because my son is the same age as these poor children. I wish you strength, and thank you very much. Steffi, if I'm supposed to send more, I'll have to be careful. On your Hominibus website, whatever that says, write something like Steffi, get in touch, and then I'll see it and I can reply. Okay, I guess that was supposed to be a response. But yeah, that's what that says.
Wow.
But if you look, lists of children, like their names, their ages, how much adrenaline they have, like it's graded. I think location or something. It is yeah. So to break it down and explain, and I did not redact these even though I was heavily encouraged to. There's a reason I didn't. I want them to be on the live, and if they want to come for any of us, that would be a grave mistake because some of these children probably were kidnapped and trafficked,
Hmm.
and worse. And those names need to be out there.
I
They need to be
agree.
Exactly.
found.
That's
And
what
if
I'm
it's
saying.
on this
The
list,
bottom
There
line is
needs to be
it's to
justice for the
save the
victims.
children.
Yeah,
Any of them that are left, they need to know. Like,
yeah.
right, exactly. And so
It's
this would
true.
also be a great separate topic to start.
I know
Hmm.
at
victims
some
that are
point.
begging to be exposed and like shown just so they can prove they weren't lying. So I mean, it's justice for the victims too.
So
Absolutely, absolutely.
to break it down a little bit more for you ladies and viewers, who is Dirk Schaefer? He is a German blogger and activist who became known in Germany for promoting QAnon, related narratives, which is, related to Fraz and Hillary Clinton and Huma.
So,
He ran a website called Hominibus, I probably said it wrong, which circulated material about global elite child trafficking networks, adrenochrome harvesting, secret military operations by Donald Trump, and QAnon messages known as Q drops. And his platform attracted people who believed those claims and sometimes sent him supposed evidence.
yeah,
So this letter appears to be one of those submissions.
yeah.
And hominibus refers to a German language QAnon site community where followers discussed Q posts and shared conspiracy theories about trafficking rings and attempted to investigate alleged lists of victims or perpetrators.
Mm,
So
yeah.
that's just a little bit more of an explanation. Now, what is on the list is I had it written down somewhere. Hold on. I guess I didn't. Maybe I can just zoom in. I didn't want to zoom in too far. Anyways, okay, so their names, their birth dates, their age, their blood type. I don't know what custody months mean. I guess maybe CYN had them or CYM had them. Their adrenochrome quality, which, like I said, is being graded from A to D. Location,
Well,
and I don't know what due to disposal means or the rest of this, but I guess they're being housed somewhere for these things because it says inmate. Like they have an inmate number, and these are children. They are all under the age of 12
it's horrifying.
or
I think they're like
13.
underground in like secret bases and stuff.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. They're
So,
transported through like those uh those big bins. What do they call those again?
yeah. Um, oh, I don't know. I,
Like
I
the
don't know.
trailers, not the
I'm looking at
trailers, but you
something
know what I
too.
mean.
What?
I was saying I was looking at a couple
Shipping
of
containers.
But
Oh, okay, yeah. And warehouses and stuff. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So
But
here's
yeah, they're
another
shipped in
list.
shipping containers and then underground tunnels, and they're all over the place. But yes, they're used for experiments.
Disposal report. Yeah. They're called disposal reports. So does that sound about right then?
The ones that do survive usually have all kinds of issues.
understandable.
Main detention centers. This is so weird. But yeah, there's a ton of I mean, it's just page after page after page and
You know,
page of these kids' names. So I'm
they
like,
also performed MK Ultra,
oh my goodness, if you've read the
projects on
book
these kids.
Chaos,
well, Lisa, I figured you'd probably want these because you definitely handle a lot of missing persons.
yeah,
You know,
And I was like, oh, that's
definitely. And that's kind of the route that I thought would be something to do with this. There's certain things that you can do that, and I think that mentally sometimes you have to kind of alter things that you do, like so you take deep dives on these, and then because some
Mm,
stuff is just so deep, and
very
it's
dark.
like
Yeah.
it's even hard to like where do you start. And
right.
I think even people understanding how this all even starts with basically the far, if you look at it like a triangle, we're starting with the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and how
Yeah.
it stems down of
Which that
elites,
list is here
and
somewhere.
I think
The
going
royals,
now looking at the
Right here.
government, it's not the right versus the left. It's
right?
us versus the
Versus,
elite.
yes. I don't think you can get into power without being corrupt at this point. I mean,
Uh,
that's just my
uh,
beliefs now.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's a if you look at um if
It's
you
in
just
here,
even
but this
start
is a list
looking
of
at
it.
chains of commands and how like where it started from way back the original Rothschilds and the original Rockefellers uh and by the
the
way, and I'm trying to
royals,
think of the third family. This is it the
the
Solars?
Oh,
royals.
sorry, this was victims, not my bad. Whoopsie.
Um but do you know that do you know that they were on the Titanic?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's his name?
Yes.
The richest one. What was his name?
Yeah, so
JP
the
Morgan,
Rockefeller,
he's,
Rothschild.
Astor.
Yeah, Titanic was all set up. It was a scam.
It goes
It
that
was
deep. It's like what? Like
Yeah.
people.
No,
it
yeah.
does. It's
It
been
went.
going on for a long, long
You're
time.
right.
The
There
people
was a
that went down were the
YouTuber.
ones that wanted to stay on they were for the gold standard. And
Right.
There's a YouTuber that actually did a really cool documentary style video that was like almost an hour long on YouTube. Oh my gosh, it's so good about Titanic and
yeah,
possibly being the Olympic, but he was actually going into the elites from the 1800s
yeah.
all the way,
Uh huh.
JP Morgan, Astor, all of them,
Oh
and
yeah.
how they were set up to die
Well, that's what
on
like the
that
fall
ship.
of the Cabal on Rumble. If you guys watch Fall of Cabal, I think it's
Yep.
in the second part though. Like in the sequel, they get into like all the deep family from way back. Like I
Oh,
mean, I'm
So
Chrissy, that
talking
was
sad.
the
like
best
it's
scene
deep,
that
deep,
you
interesting.
deep.
sent me.
Yeah.
I knew things about that, but like it was really it's the like if you Chrissy was saying like the downfall of Cabal. You can find on Rumble. Like if you want to just get an idea of things, so like when you're watching, you're not trying to piece together. That one really. I mean, I was like so glued because I already knew the names, and then
Yeah,
but I'll tell you, like I did not realize about the Titanic.
Mm.
Part. I didn't like. I knew where it
yeah,
stemmed from. I knew the elites and where things started. Like it even goes like there's like like Gloria Vanderbilt and Anderson Cooper who was on CNN, and
yeah,
was a journalist. And then what goes on at the Vanderbilt, I mean, at the Biltmore House in North Carolina,
yeah,
I mean, it's just unbelievable,
yeah,
allegedly, right?
I kind of grew up knowing the stories of like where the Fed was formed because I grew up playing on Jekyll Island, and
Oh,
that was signed there on the Rothschild estate, which is still a part of it's in ruins now, but you can tour it. I was kind of steeped in the history of it without really, I made
wow.
connections when I was an adult.
yeah. Yeah, everybody out there, highly suggest Fall of the Cabal. You can find it on Rumble.
Hmm.
Uh, and the woman that made it, her name's Janet something. I forget her last name. Starts with an O, but she's actually in hiding now, or possibly gone. I've heard, but yeah, that she's had to hide out since making the Fall of the Cabal.
Mm.
What is this, Trixie, you've got pulled up?
Oh, it's just the coach
Um,
for the PDFO
yeah,
Yeah.
lifestyle
symbols
stuff.
of their hidden society and what their
Symbols and
meanings
code
are.
words. Yep.
Yeah,
There's
but
so many. It's gross. And yeah, I
yeah,
redacted certain words just to, I don't want to, but
this one
I
didn't
have
say
to.
jerky. They use jerky a lot as well.
Yeah, that's not on here. This one was from before
Pizzagate.
the
Before
Epstein
jerky was
files, I
known, yeah.
think.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's kind of an old one. It's from the
Yeah,
dark web. Um
It is an
I don't.
unfortunate new addition.
yeah.
So check
Um,
this out. And by the way, that is Obama. That is Obama at Ping Pong Comment, whatever it's called.
yes, the
The
ping pong
owner is
comment
the
Really
one
looks
place.
that
like
posted
That one
this.
is really will help you understand how Pizzagate came about, how
yes,
they even
yes,
came up with the name, that this
yeah,
really existed,
yep,
and There it is right there. Is that
Yep.
it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's actually pizza sauce on that baby's face, so I went ahead and blurred it.
Right.
It
Uh-huh.
does look like it, but I didn't, just to be sure, I didn't want YouTube to flag it and be like, "Oh, violence." No, 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 no.
Right.
So, but yeah, this is a missing child, and people believe that this is the same child, just based on the images of the baby
Yeah.
and how it is linked to the owner of Comet Ping Pong.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, no worries. I'll zoom in on these as much as I can before they get blurry on my end too. They might show up small at first, but I will try to zoom in as much as I can.
I think my friend Paul, my neighbor that lives next to me, said he's watching in a message. So I'll give you a shout out. Hey, Paul. Hey, neighbor.
hey, Paul, I talked to I heard his message.
Yeah, Paul's really awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I
We
heard his
talk about
message
this
too.
stuff all the time. We've been talking about it for years.
Paul, I was the
It's
one in
good
the
when you can find a
chat
kindred
that you
spirit.
responded to
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, Paul's a good guy. And he's got a girlfriend that's right into it, too. We all just, we have a group and we all talk about it, discuss
That's
things.
great.
Yeah, because we're gonna be
And
doing some
if
of
you're
these labs.
wondering, guys, okay, so there was a gentleman by the name of you have the name. It was the owner of the pizza. What's of the Comet? It is a place called the Comet
Yeah, yes.
and
Yeah,
Comet Ping Pong. And the reason is
I'll find his
upstairs
name.
it is a pizza
Jimmy
place,
Comet.
okay, like kids. And then for like a regular pizza place, and then downstairs you can go downstairs and play ping pong
Yeah,
and have fun.
yeah,
And that was the setup. And you're thinking, okay, and this guy that is the owner is very wealthy, and you're thinking, how do you get so wealthy
yes.
being a pizza owner?
Yeah,
And one of the things that helped me learn about that, I knew about the comment, but I didn't understand how he was all so connected
yeah.
and like the names. So anyway, he goes back to I believe the Rothschilds. I believe
That's
it's not the
terrible.
Rockefellers, it's the Rothschilds, correct?
Yeah.
The owner of that one, the owner of the
Oh,
comment.
yes. He's down. He's in
It's
the
one of the
family.
two.
I
That's
believe
one
the
of the two.
Rothschild. I don't think it's Rockefeller.
I remember that being in the follow wall, Lisa.
One second,
Go ahead.
ladies. Playing traffic. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is good to know that I am showing up on FYP. I
What
appreciate
else?
you, and welcome to the channel, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Great. I love that.
yeah.
I've been fighting for the last month to get my butt in the algorithm.
I hear you.
So, trigger warning again. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Trigger warning times 1,000. Right here, right now. I know I probably scrolled by this without even paying attention that I was doing it. Now back off the speech censorship, please. I wish, but I tell you what, I'm not gonna censor you guys in the chat
Yeah,
because it's not gonna hurt anything, in my opinion, or at least not the live itself. And I'm not gonna tell you guys as adults what to do. However, we do have 3 people up here streaming live from this live channel right now that I don't want to take the risk of them trying to come at all 3 of us because they have already come at my channel a little bit. So I'm just trying to be careful for their sake. I don't like censoring. I find it very offensive to actual victims.
Right.
Because you don't call it grape. They can't they shouldn't have to call it grape because that's not what it is, right? No, they shouldn't have to censor it. But unfortunately, on here, they're gonna make us, or they're gonna, take our voice away, and that's the unfortunate part. At least if it's said too much. Now, if we say it once or twice here and there, whatever, with a lot of gaps, I don't think it really hits. But when you're using multiple words, like in one sentence, especially like when I was reading off that paragraph, it's had multiple ones that I had to sit there and censor.
Right.
It would have picked it up.
yeah.
No, I can't.
Right.
predict YouTube. You're correct.
Exactly.
So back to what we had. There's some things that I did pull. Like I said, I can put this in a public drive for anybody to take these for the keeping. I'm not gonna read everything, but this is stuff I did pull from various areas. I did go on the dark web briefly. I didn't want to, but I did.
Yeah.
And I
Be
made sure
careful,
that I
because
stayed within legal realms. I didn't, I stayed within WikiLeaks, legal
Right.
pages, and I looked at archives, and that was it. I didn't do anything else. So before anybody gets worried, and I did have my VPN on just to be safe too. I
Right.
didn't download anything. I only screenshot.
Yeah.
So, and then this one, definite trigger warning. I did
Yeah.
blur this out completely because we all know what this is if you've seen the Fraz video or the screenshots that are circulating of what Hillary Clinton did to a child and her face.
She surgically removed skin. Put it
So
on
I'm not
herself and put it on.
I'm not 100% sure what this was though. I think it was saying that this was some sort of video or something versus of the bleeding. Has anybody heard of that?
I've
No,
not.
I don't know about anyone in the comments or not, but
Or is this a CD? Oh, so this is a CD and they put that image on the cover?
oh yeah, they can put the image everywhere. Do you realize that the image from
Yes, I do. Don't get me wrong. I've seen it, True Chrissy.
yeah,
But this one's the most graphical one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And they just outright put it on there. Everywhere else, at least somewhat censored it. Not that it is an excuse. Trust me, I'm not gonna downsize that. But hold
I
on.
hadn't actually
Right here.
seen that. Was that? But I'd heard about a death metal cover. Is that what that was?
Thank you.
Thank you, exposing. That was sweet of you. You didn't have to do. I appreciate you. And she's a reptilian, 100%. I
Yeah,
believe
see
that.
the Wilson thing. Everybody wears that. Jay-Z wears the shirt. Ellen has it.
Yeah, but
Ellen
see,
puts it in a picture on her
these,
wall.
we know what this is, right? We're looking at this. We're seeing the logos, the art, and everything. That's disturbing. However, okay, do you guys know the story of how this was even made right here as art?
I would
Okay.
explain it
It
so
was
that
what
people
Hillary
know
did.
coming in, so they're
It
not
was
like,
the
where did
Frazzle.
this come from? What is this? I would tell
So
them.
It's from the Frazzle.
the child that she defaced
Yes, that
was
was
told afterwards to do a drawing or do a picture, color a picture of what she thinks she looks like. Now,
no. She
after
didn't make it.
defaced.
She was unalived. That was what they said that was supposed to be what she looked like. But I don't think she drew it, did she?
She had somebody. Yeah, I saw a video where somebody said that there was a victim or something that said they were defaced.
Yes,
and
she
they were told
was.
to, I don't know. Maybe they didn't unalive her right away. I don't know, but I
She
remember
was
seeing a
alive.
video.
No, she was very much
She was alive when it was
tortured.
happening.
A lot first.
But they drained her of her red stuff.
Yeah.
And at the end, they even cheers with wine glasses and drink it. And in the video, and they both wear the removal that they that they surgically or removed. But yeah, that was supposed to represent the girl, and everybody wears it and seems to like worship
Yeah, but
it.
I'm also of the opinion that she didn't make it.
I don't know.
She didn't, but
Yeah.
I don't think they unalived her right away.
I think it happened after they like you said, defaced, and then they drained her.
Yeah.
And then
I
they
think
drained her.
this was one of them. I'm gonna play this one real quick.
I don't hear it. Are we supposed to go there?
No volume from it.
I don't hear anything.
There you go.
I'm reading, but I don't hear it. Talking about when he really spoke out against this. I mean, he was blacklisted in Hollywood.
Yeah, it was funny. So shortly after that, he was crazy. And
Yeah, don't forget
Same
he
with
used his
Roseanne.
own money to fund Passion of the Christ.
He
Exactly.
did.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful
He wanted,
movie.
yeah, it was. Oh my gosh, still so touching. Still so touching. And by the way, this is a great channel, by the way. I see them on Facebook a lot.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be a pain. Well, hopefully it'll load.
Oh,
Thanks, exposing.
yeah. I'm confused why some of the comments are showing on the YouTube and some aren't, and some are showing on the video. Oh, they must be coming from somebody else's channel.
It's talking about the adrenochrome story, like why they used the blood or the red stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not playing sound still. Is it supposed to be?
Huh? What's wrong?
Video?
It's muted.
It muted?
It's
We
not
don't hear
here.
anything.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to hear it at all.
That's why I was
What?
talking. So I was like
Yeah,
trying
girl,
to.
that's why I said it.
Sorry.
That's why I
I'm
was
sitting here playing this whole thing, and I'm just like, had no idea.
She's probably like, why is Lisa and Chrissy talking?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out why Chrissy was talking. Hold on. Let me try again. Let me stop sharing and I'll reshare.
Audio issues are the theme of the day, apparently.
My bad. My bad.
It's okay.
Okay, let's try this one more time.
Adrenochrome.
Oh, I read that.
There we go.
There you go.
Great
guys.
article
Okay.
about injecting human growth hormone to stay young. Except they never say where they're getting it from. Makes you wonder if they're sucking the youth out of small brown children somewhere so that actors and trophy wives can stay in business.
Remember when Mel Gibson dropped that bombshell, calling it the most valuable currency in Hollywood? They branded him a lunatic, shut him down fast.
One of the most disturbing problems in our world today is human trafficking, and particularly the trafficking of children.
Now flash forward. They're running the exact same playbook on Nicki Minaj, smearing her, trying to silence her too. But hold up. Think about this bombshell email straight from the Epstein files. All you need is a blood transfusion from the pack and you reverse aging. Yeah, you read that right. A producer emailing Epstein like it's casual chit-chat. Blood from the pack, young donors. And boom, you're turning back the clock. What does that really mean? It means the adrenochrome story isn't some fringe conspiracy anymore. It's pointing to a nightmare reality. Certain elites in Hollywood and politics, left, right, doesn't matter, are tied up in blood rituals, satanic pedophilia, and harvesting fear for power and youth. First, let's break down what adrenochrome actually is. It's a chemical compound released when adrenaline oxidizes in the bloodstream, your body's extreme fight-or-flight response, especially intense in terrified children.
Adrenochrome. This is a chemical compound which is caused by torturing little kids to get their adrenaline up, essentially, and then extracting it from them.
Some call it the real fountain of youth.
I remember
Hollywood's
this
been
video.
flashing this in our faces for years, in
I've
movies
seen
like
kids
Fear and
around.
Loathing in Las Vegas,
Or young women.
Human blood said it would take me higher than I'd ever been in my life.
where they straight up show the stuff. We just weren't paying attention. We know the tapes are out there. Celebrities and politicians committing unspeakable acts against kids. Blackmail material to push agendas, keep the US under foreign control. Yet, no arrests. None. People still watch the Grammys, stream their films, buy their merch, vote these people into office. All while nations get invaded, resources stolen, markets rigged, divisions stoked, and a digital prison builds around us. So ask yourself, how many more emails, how many more files, how many more victims before we stop pretending this isn't happening? Why are the people with the most power still walking free while the rest of us get censored, smeared, or silenced for even talking about it? If the pack means what we fear it means, what kind of monsters are running our world? And the biggest question of all, if we keep looking away, buying their products, voting for their puppets and staying silent, How long until it's our kids in the crosshairs?
Boom.
It was a very good video.
Yeah.
What channel is this? I'm sorry, it's small on my screen.
I don't know where my little bar had gone, so I was trying to figure out how to turn it off.
Mhm.
Anyhow, so that was
You
one other
find
thing that I
all
wanted to show.
kinds of videos like that online. Like, I guess I'm just following all the right pages.
Yeah, I think I am too. I just don't recognize that one particular guy.
He's on Facebook Reels is where I've
Oh,
seen him. I don't know his name or anything.
Okay.
okay.
As you know, I have been on a social media break for quite a little while, so I catch
Yeah.
YouTube and sometimes I flip over to TikTok, but it helps to disconnect.
Rumble has lots of this stuff too. Because
Oh, right. I do forget about Rumble.
yeah,
Yes.
they like to censorship a lot of things on YouTube and other places too. But Rumble's pretty good for that.
Yeah, I thought that it would be good if we, in the future, and I've thought about this too, just myself, but we can, do more than one platform, and I thought maybe we should consider Rumble. I think a lot more are starting to
Hmm.
do that, where we could do this and Rumble, because Rumble, like I said, is a little more free for your.
It is. I keep
Yeah,
hearing that. I have not started a channel there, and I
I
don't spend
haven't
much time
either.
there, but I should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. And I'm like, why
I
am I
just
not
made
here?
one.
Um, I know all of us. How long have you been in streaming, Stone?
Oh, I haven't. I pop on occasionally. I have just
Oh,
done this on a couple of channels, but it's something that I'm pretty knowledgeable in, and Trixie talked me into.
I love that. And you know what? I'll tell you something. And I've done it for many many years. I've been doing this, but I'm not as tech savvy. That's my downfall. I've always on YouTube. I used an editor to help me with a lot of things, but then I was on another platform for many many years. But I was even saying that just due to my lifestyle now at home, that I really prefer a team
Hmm.
of people. And so whether you have a channel or you're a researcher, all that goes together, and everybody is so important to so for you being so knowledgeable, that is so helpful.
I'd be happy to help because there's one thing I really do know very well is conspiracies, and I'm pretty smart, and and another conspiracy that we could talk about in another week is I was actually in the Gifted and Talented program, and I have some really interesting memories.
Wow. So
So,
are you familiar with the Menses program, and how they
Mensa. You know that actually means dumb. Like it means dumb in Spanish.
does
It's
it? I didn't know. I
yeah.
didn't know that. But I kind of have a
Oh,
theory
well,
behind
like Gypsy Rose,
something with
right?
my son, so it's very interesting you brought that up. But yeah, definitely, I'm glad that Trixie has kind of brought us all together on here, and
I'm
I
happy
feel
to be
like
here.
um,
Yep. So I met each and every one of you ladies at a very interesting time in my life.
Mm.
And you guys are special to me all individually in your own unique ways.
mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I really
um,
appreciate the invite.
I appreciate you guys being here. So to add to that, um, we have brought a ton of, things that support this conspiracy. But what if I told you there's one other thing that just might damn it completely without
Okay.
Okay,
seeing the Fraz video?
What's that?
okay,
So I have here sometime after Biden's first year. I don't know what year this was done. This was a committee hearing for Homeland Security and senators and whatnot of a man who was part of border control,
Okay.
giving a testimony,
Hmm.
and it's yep.
Yeah.
Guys
It's
wanna
all
watch
there if
it?
you look. You just have to look for the right keywords. It's really terrifying.
Yeah.
Somebody had gotten this. I guess I think it's only on the dark web. I'm not sure, or it was on the DOJ site. I don't know where they got it. I didn't have a chance to go and find it right before the live because I literally was working on things for the live up until last minute.
Hmm.
But I did at least run it through Google and Chat GPT just to be sure the video. And it told me where it came from. So it verified it in its own way.
Hmm.
So I think this is legit. And I want to share it with you ladies and viewers if that's okay. It's
Yes.
probably about 4.5 minutes long.
I
Sure.
think that's great.
Yeah.
But it's pretty, this guy is pretty damning on it with it. So let's go ahead. Let me know if you can't hear, but hopefully you can now that I'm resharing.
Okay.
After several exhaustive months of filming,
Sounds good.
interviewing,
We good?
and then editing
Good.
this
Yep.
documentary, I state without reservation that the United States federal government is the world's largest child trafficking organization in modern history. The probability that thousands of these UACs are being raped at this very moment is 100%. Chairman Higgins, Ranking Member Correa, Chairman Bishop, Ranking Member Ivey, and the members of the subcommittee, I appreciate the opportunity to speak about the evil of child trafficking caused by the open border policies under President Joe Biden and his administration. I served in the United States Border Patrol for 24 years until I retired as a Deputy Patrol Agent in charge in San Diego sector. I worked under 5 presidential administrations, and only one president secured the border, President Donald Trump. Border Patrol agents went from working and being supported by the greatest border president in American history to the worst, President Joe Biden. My last year in the Border Patrol was Joe Biden's first year in office. On his first day in office, I watched in disbelief as 94 executive orders cascaded down from Washington, D.C., obliterating every immigration policy that had been provided the most secure border in America's history. Border Patrol agents were forced to carry out unconstitutional orders that violated every law in the Immigration Nationality Act. President Biden, through Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, created policy out of thin air, ignored federal immigration law, and facilitated the largest mass invasion into America that the world has ever seen. The United States of America will have spent hundreds of billions of dollars in 4 years to fund the needs of over 50 million illegal aliens that populate our nation. Between 1 in 6 and 1 in 7 residents in America is an illegal alien. America has suffered the greatest demographic shift in modern history. After serving in the United States Border Patrol for 24 years, spending a year researching and writing a best-selling book entitled Invaded, The Intentional Destruction of the American Immigration System, and filming 2 documentaries, I state with complete certainty that Biden, Harris, and Mayorkas intentionally, strategically, and purposely weaponized illegal immigration and used it as a tool to fundamentally transform America. Inside this invasion, the unspoken evil of child trafficking, and more specifically, child sex trafficking, has flourished. At the end of this current administration, the number of children trafficked will have grown to over 550,000 unaccompanied alien children known as UACs. This horrific number of children will have been arrested, released into America, and then lost. To put this into context, during President Trump's last year in office, Customs and Border Protection arrested 30,557 UACs who were accounted for and not lost. Conversely, in the first year of Biden's presidency, CBP arrested 147,975 UACs, most of which are unaccompanied for and lost. In 2023, Congressional Hearings Health and Human Services Javier Becerra and Director of Office of Refugee Resettlement Robin Marcos forced to admit that their agency had no contact with over 85,000 UACs. They were lost. What did DHS, HHS, and ORR do to correct this humanitarian disaster? Nothing. In fact, all 3 agencies created further policies and procedures to increase the efficiency of moving UACs from the border to the interior of the United States to unknown and unvetted sponsors. Unaccompanied alien children were being handed off to total strangers. Then they disappeared into the darkness of labor and sex trafficking. In fact, a year later in August of 2024, the Inspector General with oversight over DHS issued a report stating the number lost UACs was not 85,000, it was over 320,000. My business partner, Ryan Matt, and I spent 6 months traveling across America, filming a documentary titled, What is Treason Traffic? The evil of child sex trafficking is difficult to digest and understand. However, after conducting numerous interviews with officers, agents, and whistleblowers from every alphabet agency and department, it was made clear to us that the federal government knowingly and actively facilitated these criminal acts.
How messed up. But we knew that, didn't we? We always suspected.
I do remember when all of that went down during mid-lockdown, and there was so much flying around that it just got effectively buried.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the worst part is they've been dangling everything that has come out right in our faces.
They do that for years, forever.
So much. And even remember when they even started out, like when they started talking about everything that was going on in Disney, and things that they were showing, and you know, everything was like on our plain sight. What, like you had up earlier, kind of like
It
what
has
the
to be.
symbols stood for, and some of these organizations had these symbols in them.
Mhm.
Like I said, all the things in the Disney's, and it's just so
It's
been
everywhere.
in our face.
Right. Once you learn symbolism, it is everywhere, especially if you start looking into the Saturn connections.
And
But
that's something
yeah,
I was planning to deep dive into. I didn't know if I wanted to do a video or a live with you guys about that, but uncovering the dark details of Disney, I was telling True Chrissy that's one of the projects I want to work
I'd be happy to help with that. I know it's another thing. Sure.
on. Yay.
Yeah, yeah. There,
I mean,
there
I grew
is
up
s-
hearing I
so
grew up
much.
hearing the perverse stuff about Disney, but
Hmm.
my parents raised me to, separate the differences and know that, watch what
Right.
you want, understand that there's certain parts that are for entertainment. That's fine. It's supposed to be an innocent child cartoon. However, there's pervert people inserting perverse things into it.
Yeah.
And, as long as your parents were educating you to know the difference and separate the difference, there was no harm, no foul for me personally.
Hmm.
Now I can't speak for every child or every other parent,
Yeah.
and that's how I've raised my children on top of that, the same way to, separate the difference. But because there's a lot of parents that didn't prepare their children or were not aware to be able to do that and have that choice, there are children that have become victimized through Disney
Hmm.
in
I
every
mean,
which
there's
way.
so many things like with the child stars, and just the ones from Hollywood. Even just talking about Hollywood is
Okay,
a whole
that is a
subject.
parent issue, and we'll get to that one eventually
In the
too.
MK
Yeah.
Ultra,
Yeah.
yes, play the MK Ultra
Yes.
situation, and Ash Heights, or Ashbury Heights. Courtney Love even allegedly was a victim, supposedly, of that. And
Yeah, my ass.
She absolutely
well,
was. Her
so
She
godfather
probably
was Timothy
was.
Leary.
do
She
I?
probably
She
was,
protected
but
them.
she took out. Well, you know who she took out.
Well,
Hmm.
it's
Got her
interesting because
husband
I
to
want to
protect the
see
pedophile,
the
the child.
do I.
Sorry, Lisa. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's interesting because when I found out about her being interacted with the MK Ultra, I did a panel with the Who Killed Kurt Cobain, and this group has been working for many years on this, um,
Kurt was a
and
mess, and you could
because
tell.
wanting it to be reopened because it's never been, it
Yeah.
was just like, oh, unalived, and that was it,
Hmm.
but clearly not the case.
Yeah.
And so forever that has been kind of the, oh, she did it, right, or was behind it. So the
Oh,
more
one
I
second
started
before you go
listening to
forward.
them, and then
1 second
when I
before you
got
go
into MK
forward.
Ultra information, and
Lisa,
what
1 second. 1 second. I just wanted to say, because of the Epstein files, they are talking about reopening that, by the way, and reinvestigating Courtney Love.
Yeah, I heard that
Just so you
I
too.
know.
saw something about
are
3
they?
weeks
Are
ago.
they?
Hmm.
I heard that.
Yep,
Yeah,
it is
I'll
going to be
let.
reopened.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you continue. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that so that you were aware of that.
That's good. That's great. And so, yeah, I definitely want to check on that channel again. They were great. In fact, one time we were going to do something else totally different, but I would like I liked that group and I
Yeah.
enjoyed doing something with. So I wanted to see. So I wonder where they're talking about because I'm sure they've checked into all that too. That's interesting. But what I was going to say is, um, uh, would y'all be interested? Because I think a lot of people, for people like us that have really looked into a lot and then still get like shocked when we hear certain things, I really would like to cover some of the like the Titanic information because I
Yeah,
think a
absolutely.
lot, like even
That'd be
down to
great.
really like what happened with the boat, you know,
Conspiracy
Hmm. Yeah, because
Thursdays.
that's interesting too. The
it
portholes
is
and the
I
very
wreck don't
interesting.
match.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've looked at a lot
Definitely.
of the Titanic stuff for years. So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that would be something because the reason I thought about that is for people that are going to be new, kind of start watching and paying
Yeah.
attention. That kind of gives a foundation of
Well, there's a lot of
uh,
elites on
And
there.
there's a buffer of
where the
time.
elites,
Yeah.
right? Like where this all
Hmm.
starts coming from and how they
We need to
own the
wake the world
world.
up.
You know, like
Yeah.
starting
Who?
to like the banks, the reserves. You know,
But here's
things
the
like
Hmm.
question,
that.
Lisa. Who wanted to wipe those elites out? Because remember, this was an attack to wipe the elites out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But who wanted that? And why?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good question. That's something I've never been able to actually.
Yeah.
It was one specific family of elites,
Right.
If
I
it's
or
not
two
can't
too
of
think
them
of the
actually.
third
stressful,
one. Who's
drop
the
some
third
channel
one,
links,
Stone?
please. Yeah, absolutely.
There was three big elites at the time. There's Rockefellers, Rothschild. Is it Stoller? Oh no, not Stoller. Sour.
I'm drawing a blank.
Chrissy,
Sorry.
who's the? They mentioned three in that the Fall of Cabal.
Um,
Who's the
who are you
third
trying to
one?
figure out?
And he was on the Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
Do you mean Astor?
Who?
Astor. It was spelled Astor.
Maybe it was Astor. Maybe I'm just
He
hearing
was
Yeah,
that
the he
as
was the
Aster.
richest man on the boat
Yeah.
yeah.
who
Okay,
went
then
down.
yeah,
J.P.
that it
Morgan
was
had a
those three.
ticket,
Yes.
but
Yes.
yeah, J.P. Morgan had a
He
ticket, but
didn't
he
go.
canceled it the day before, and he didn't
Yeah.
end up on the ship.
Because he knew.
Uh huh. There's some interesting cancellations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I heard it wasn't even
There
the
was
actual Titanic. It was different. There's like a identical boat.
There were sister ships.
Yeah.
That's one of the theories. Yes,
So
good
I
Yeah.
one.
think that would be a great subject if you guys,
I
Well,
agree.
because there's so much, and I don't think people realize,
yeah.
uh, like the whole like it just, um, it wasn't just like it just sank in. That was, I mean, like who really was on that boat and the like, I think that would be so. I thought that would be an interesting one too. So
there
I
was a
might be
lot to
getting
that
ready
one.
to lose internet. We are having a crazy windstorm in my
we are
area.
too. I
Oh
don't know where you're at, but I'm
no.
Yeah,
East
it's
Coast.
my lawn furniture. It just went flying by the window.
We're supposed to get a major snowstorm tomorrow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think this was definitely a first good live to go over the
Yes. Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Conspiracy Thursday. We're going to go over lots of things if we continue Conspiracy Thursdays. We can do lots of those.
Right.
There's just
Definitely.
so much.
Oh, yeah. Once you go
There
down
is.
that rabbit
There
hole,
is.
it's never
There
ending.
is.
Playing traffic, that's what you meant, right? Was the channel links from the panelists, or were you talking about the channel links that Search with
Lisa's
Lisa
not
was
too
talking
sure. We'll
about?
drop some channel. Oh,
Well, I'm on True Chrissy on everything. Like every platform basically is True Chrissy or True Chrissy 85.
and I do think this is great because I think it just like this is not even hitting the tip of a fingernail. Like I think just getting us in here. First of all, was good. All four of us, our mics are good. Like I'm loving that, and
How about that?
getting back in the algorithm. So I think all of us, even doing like a short, or I mean, I know you don't, Stone, but the three of us that do, or
I'd be happy
I
to
know me and
participate.
Trixie for sure,
Sure.
just helping push
Mm.
to get things going. I think that 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 would be really good. And it's always good, I think, God, what if we'd have had hundreds in here tonight? You always think of that, and so I always,
And I'm okay with not having a big audience too. You know that,
People
of
could
course.
replay too.
Oh
I
yeah, you're
like
gonna
when
get a
they
lot of people in
replay.
the
Share
replay
room.
crew.
We could share
Well, yeah,
the video.
a lot of my lives, even in the past, because I had a lot of traffic for the most part, for average, I would say, a lot for a small
Yeah.
channel,
Hmm.
a few thousand, sometimes even more, but a lot of that
Mm,
ended up being replay, and I was perfectly okay with that because I'm
yeah.
less nervous when I have a
right.
lot of eyes on me.
Mm.
Right.
Because I'm sitting here eyeballing the chat and it's like, oh, I want to answer your guys' question. I want to engage with you. But when you have
Mm,
panelists or you're on a topic, you don't want to keep interrupting or stopping.
Right.
right.
It's difficult.
Right.
But also, that being said, for those that don't know, True Chrissy has been with me through the Gypsy Rose Blanchard true crime community,
Yeah.
where I also met the Search with Lisa, but on different circumstances in a sense.
Yeah.
She's in the true crime community and she handles mostly missing children cases
Advocating.
or missing people cases. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Mm,
And what else was there?
so I
I'm
do. So
having a
my
brain fart.
main. So I came from another platform. I've always been like an advocate, awareness, things of that nature. Well, just real quick, when I had to kind of back down to take care of my mom who has dementia now, um, I it was like, okay, I did a show on You Now called The Search. It was like just one of a show of something I did. I said, well, you know
Mm.
Right.
what? I'm gonna take that to YouTube, and then I can just focus on doing like one show a week. I can keep going because I loved what I did, and so when I came, I said we'll do unsolved and missing. And when I unfortunately learned the hard way, and it's really sad, but one of the least watched things actually are missing people because it's just, and I actually found that statistic out listening to Derek Levasseur, who did I forgot his show that he did, the name of it, something homicide, when he did it with A&E and
Mm-hmm.
he or the ID channel and things like that. And people, he was on a live one night. He also does with Harlow and then his own stuff, and he was on Big
Oh, wow.
Brother. So that's who I'm talking about. Well,
Hmm.
he was saying that when they did a statistics, is people said why aren't you doing another season of I think it's called Walking Homicide. I'm not sure, but we'll ask him why he didn't do it a season. Well, apparently, when they did like studies and stuff, that unfortunately missing cases is the least watched, and so that was one of the reasons they
So
didn't
it's important to
renew.
see, and it's so widespread, and it has been, for
And
since this. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
oh no,
And
Apologize.
you're fine. No, you're
it's
exactly
still
right.
underappreciated because Gypsy Rose Blanchard took over the entire true crime algorithm
Ah.
and brought Crama over into true
Hmm.
crime and making a complete mockery
Right,
and
and
joke out of
I
it.
covered a little bit of her, and I actually, as soon as she got out, I was like, we don't need her for awareness because it like I was on it from the beginning,
Right.
and so what I noticed was I was building a rapport so I was doing unsolved and missing, so that, and I was trying to balance that, and what happened was I covered Gypsy. I got a big boom with that. And then guess what? It was like if I didn't do Gypsy, I
Uh huh.
wasn't getting the traction. And I was like, I'm not fighting her. I'm not fighting this because, I didn't want to be a Gypsy channel.
Yeah.
Right.
But I did cover a lot. Like I did different things like, I don't want to get all into it, but like instead of like, I would bring awareness to like hybristophilia. I really
Yep.
believe I was one of the first that talked about that with
Yep.
her. I mean, people had mentioned it, but nobody kind of understood what it meant. So I kind of
Hmm.
broke that down about Nick and Ryan and
Yeah. And I
I mean,
followed you right
Ken and Ryan.
afterwards.
So like I
Right.
would kind of take
Yeah.
that
To
angle
help
and
you
the
out.
newborn community or the reborn community because she was doing people not sure if she had her own baby
Hmm.
and so anyway that was kind of the edge I had taken on that and then I found Chrissy and Trixie, because I was all about not having people do like echo a chamber through everything, and I just always knew with Gypsy that there was so much more to the outside characters, right?
We
And
actually
then I
met.
seen Trixie, and I was like,
We
"Bam!
met.
There they
We
are!
met
Like,
because
there's
I was.
finally people that understand." And I
Hmm.
We
just
met
hooked on
because
with them.
I was
And she was
literally
so
yelling
kind to
at you
me.
in your comments, getting your attention, and that's
Do
how I met
what?
you. I was yelling at you in your comments to get your attention.
I
It worked. I was like, no, 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 no.
know.
And
And
you were
then
like,
That's
who
and
too
the
her
hell
and
are
funny.
Chrissy were
you?
so kind to me. Like, I'll tell you, I coming from another platform, where I was very successful in the other one, and then I came here. And I mean, it really put me in my place of you really just start. It doesn't matter where you came from. I
You're
had some
starting at the
great people that
bottom.
followed, but it was hard to it's for me to really get in, and so I was so thankful for Chrissy and Trixie to be so kind. I had just a couple other, but they were really the ones that actually talked to me, and
Trixie's
it
amazing.
was
I try to
Chrissy's
help out
so
as
it
much as
we
I
cool.
all
can.
connected. Like in the Chrissy was one that really got me looking more into more conspiracy, because I wasn't quite as a
I woke someone
conspiracist.
up. Yay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know, but now it's like, oh, my eyes are so wide
Yeah,
open.
once you
Yeah.
see it, you can't unsee it.
No,
Yeah.
and I, you know what? I ended up losing my editor, and so I think things all happen for a reason. So I haven't
They
been as
do.
active this last year. I kept trying, and it just things were going up and down with me. So I just focused, did some shorts, brought some awareness on things. And in the meantime, I've been just doing a lot of research and collecting stories, and I have a lot of things on file for that. And I just said when it's time, we'll be ready. And maybe it's now. I don't know, but I'm so welcome to be with you, ladies. This is my point, and to do tonight, and to I think that this is something great, and I think that all of y'all, like you guys, are so educated and researched on a lot of this stuff. And I think that people are brought together for a reason. I really do. And everybody
I
plays
believe
such an
that.
important part.
I
I'll get
believe
some
that too.
shorts. I'll get some shorts out of this live for
My
you.
reason was to wake you up.
Right,
And
exactly.
also,
This is like, wake
Trixie
up,
has
dummy.
Trixie
Yeah.
Go
has
ahead,
my
Stone.
information, and she can put you in touch with me, Lisa. That way, if you want
Absolutely.
to get in touch directly, I'm there. Be happy to help.
Thank you.
So
Absolutely. Oh, there was a
Stone was a long
question,
term.
Trixie, up here.
Yeah, Stone's been a long time follower of ours, hasn't she, on our panel and stuff?
Do
Yeah, I'm
what?
Yeah.
here, even if I'm
Yep, she's
quiet.
been a subscriber, and she came into my life in a very awkward time. But I tell you what, she's very humble. She
Yeah,
keeps me grounded,
yeah,
and she doesn't even know it.
yeah.
We
Aw,
need
thank
those
you,
people in our
Trixie.
lives.
You're a sweetheart.
Oh, exposing asked, do you think Hillary is going to protect her husband all the way to his deathbed?
I called him Bill
Absolutely.
Clitoris.
Yeah.
I think
Nope.
so. I
They're a
think
team,
so.
aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
Letter.
she's worse than him.
Oh, yeah, I would say, yeah, definitely. I think that he's the pervert, the ped, but I don't.
So too.
She's on a whole nother
Yeah,
god complex thing. She's or devil complex, I should say.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
yeah,
I
yeah,
will.
she's a whole different level, and
There's
I've
some
always
very
felt like
interesting
they were a
pictures of her in
business deal.
ceremonial robes. So I,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
yeah,
what?
There's a lot of these screenshots. Like I said, I'll put them in an open drive for you girls, and you can if you even want to look at them. I wouldn't. They're horrible.
it's hard to look at some things. It really,
But
and
Hillary's
this
in them.
topic
Yeah.
especially. But if the deeper you look, you can see that, especially among the elites, like witchcraft and the occult is alive and well. And
Right.
I think it was J.P. Morgan who, we were just discussing. He famously said, "Millionaires don't use astrology; billionaires do."
Hmm.
And everything. I mean, even Reagan's entire presidency was timed by astrology.
Yeah.
All of his appearances. Nancy kind of freaked out after the assassination attempt, and she had an in-house astrologer. She wrote a book. I don't remember her name, but I read that book in the 90s. It's always been around.
Yeah.
Oprah
So-
Winfrey, that's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah.
I
Oprah
was wanting
Winfrey.
I was wanting to go over Oprah, Dr. Phil, and Ellen DeGeneres at some point.
Yeah.
And the reptilian side of that.
Yeah.
But
Look
with
at
that
the
being
You
royal
seen
said,
family.
Oprah lately?
Look at the royal family.
Yes.
that
She's
said,
lost
what
like 30 years and 100 pounds. She looks.
Yeah. When I looked at her face, I was like, her. I mean, not a line, not a. I mean, she looks younger than me.
Yeah.
She's 20 years.
I
I'm
have a hard
49
time believing
almost,
plastic
but
surgery is that.
and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
bet
we've been
she
talking
weighs
about that a long
probably
time, huh?
what 125 maybe. Like I've
Mhm.
never seen her this small ever. Even when she lost all her
Yeah.
weight when she was
Right?
young.
Even when she famously came out with the wagon full of fat, she
Yeah,
was skinny, but she looks different.
it is
So,
something.
ladies, what
Everyone
do you
looks-
want next week's topic to be? Like, do you guys have thoughts?
Oh my God, I
Does
have so
anybody
many
in the
topics.
comments have thoughts?
I'm not,
What
and you
would
know
be a
what?
good
Then
one?
we'll really be prepared and really study. That way we can go from beginning to end. Like, which I mean, I think we did good anyway today. But I think definitely just throwing, us coming together tonight.
Yeah.
So, Titanic is a big one, and I'm going to put that
Yeah.
on my list. I do have a lot on the Titanic.
Yeah.
I'll put that on my list. I mean,
Yes,
if anybody
Oprah's
has
evil.
ideas.
Yes, exposing.
Wait, no.
Oprah is really evil.
Yeah, Oprah
Oh.
is one of the most evil, but I
I'm
think that's
surprised
what
she
was
hasn't been
saying.
arrested yet, to be honest. I heard
I
she's.
think that's what exposing is saying. It's just like, oh, for real? Like, no, she knows. I think she knows.
She knows.
Oh, I thought she was being. I thought maybe she was talking about the weight loss.
Oh, the weight loss. Oh, I haven't seen
Look,
it.
exposing exactly when Lewinsky, because the both. Right, and you know what? Exactly. When she didn't leave him or even raise a stink really
Right.
about Lewinsky, that's a business deal
Mhm.
already. We knew.
So I've been looking heavily into the Ellen DeGeneres stuff, and I do have a lot. And that's a lot of the Fraz that we just went over too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ellen has her hands knee deep in that. My mother has sent
Oprah
me
was
stuff.
covering for Epstein big time.
So
My mother
maybe,
has sent
yeah.
me-
So like maybe since this was kind of like the subject of opening, so maybe we could start talking about characters in it. And
Yeah,
like that.
it's all elites. It's all going to tie together. Even with Epstein.
I know eventually I wanted to really do something. I wanted to talk about Twitch.
Oh
The
yes.
one that was her DJ.
Yeah.
we can
Yes,
tie that
and
in,
her
maybe.
her ex too. They
Yep, I've
the
heard
one in the
something.
Oh
car.
yeah, and Heck.
Yeah, and Hayes.
Somebody
And
want,
Hayes, yes.
Hayes.
people were
Did I
saying they
say
want to
Heck?
talk about Anne too.
Even
I
like
guess next week.
Chester from Lincoln Park, like him and his
I guess
friends
next week,
both-
if you guys want, we can start with Oprah, Dr. Phil, and Ellen, kind of like an opener
Yeah.
together. And,
Okay.
each of us can look at one of those and come up with some stuff. I know my mother sent me this really cool. I wouldn't say cool. That sounds horrible. This
We do it.
channel seemed cool to me because it was somebody commentating stories from victims of Ellen's that are still alive, that witnessed the satanic rituals and the abuse, the violence and everything from Ellen herself. This goes from not just victims, but whether it be friends, employees, peers, colleagues, what have you. And it's just I like the channel because they're keeping them separate and telling the stories, and they're long. There's a lot of detail. And I'm glad that my mom sent me those. But yeah, we
right,
can start with Oprah, Dr. Phil, and Ellen and do an opener. And we don't have to bounce around each week. If there's a lot to Oprah, Dr. Phil, and Ellen, of course we can extend it to however long that takes and focus
Right.
on that. And then go ahead and be like, next topic.
Right.
Because at the end of
good.
the day, they're all elites. They're a part of the elites. They're a part of the Illuminati, and
Right,
there's a
and
lot to it.
And I think people will, as they start, coming in more than that way, they're following it like a series, and it will help. I think that's a great idea.
That sounds
Some
great.
people
Keep them
just
like
are.
hanging on to the next one,
Right. Well, ladies, I think so far this has been a good live, and I
I know,
appreciate everybody
and
that's
you did
been
great on all the
hanging out.
edits, Trixie. Thank you. That is definitely your specialty. So,
Oh, you like my opener? I'm still mad that my sound effect kind of died off on it. You guys heard my sound effect on it originally, and it was so perfect for the mood. And StreamYard completely killed it.
Oh no.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it
really
wasn't
gonna
my.
make it my mission to not get so boggled with StreamYard because it's really actually user friendly if you just kind of take the time to sit and so.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I did. I enjoyed tonight and meeting y'all and I'm meeting you, Stone, and
Thank you so
so
much.
I definitely look forward to next week. And if I don't think people y'all really this is really good for my soul to be back up here and doing this and
Yeah.
baby steps to getting back out anyway. And so anyway, yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't
We
know how you
really.
want to do it, as far as dropping us down, or what do we do, or whatever you want to do.
I do have a closer, but
Okay.
that's fine. Either way, I'll go ahead and put up next week's live and just like schedule it.
Okay.
It's there. People are aware. They can, it'll be in the algorithm hopefully.
And
Yeah.
well,
They can
Amazing.
also
turn on
I
that
can
bell.
I can do stuff like like tell people when it's coming up, like do a short and talk about it, things like that, so that people
Thank
will
you,
start.
exposing. Sorry,
Yeah.
no, go ahead. Sorry. And
Oh
thank you,
no, you're
Plane
fine. I
Traffic.
was just saying, like now that we're kind of like solid on it, start talking about it, like what time it'll be, and um,
Yeah,
Community
just do
posts
yeah,
help
shorts,
too.
be on
Okay.
whatever apps we do or whatever. So
yeah.
yeah, I think.
And I would like to also continue the networking because we're all connected in our own weird way outside of each other too. That
Uh huh.
other collaborations as well would be completely beneficial. Have
Oh
other
yeah,
guests on top of that
Yeah.
as well, who
for sure.
let's do this because yeah, like Christine said, true Chrissy. I know your name's out there, but
Fine.
it's a habit. I apologize. I'm so
That's all
sorry.
good. Sorry.
Like True Chrissy said, not everybody wants to be awake or is not ready to be, but we need to be. We need to be prepared because the time is coming
Yeah.
and things are about to hit the ceiling.
Yeah,
It's very
It's better
interesting
to be
times
prepared
right
than
now.
not.
Yes, it
I wish
is.
very.
that more
Knowledge is
people.
power.
Yeah. I just wish more people would be upset about the children. I feel like so many other people are so focused on other things, and we need to
Hmm.
be more outraged about what's happening with our children.
Right.
Hmm.
And
I'm sorry
just
to
more
tell you.
disregard.
I'm sorry to tell you. I don't give a flying tuck about Gypsy Rose's freaking wigs or her
Right.
fake boobs
I don't care.
No.
or Ken
I'm really
possibly
over the
being
trauma.
gay.
I really am. I
Why are
didn't
we
expect that
listening?
to
Why
devolve
is
into it
that?
like it did.
Right.
Why is that flooding the freaking algorithm and not this important stuff? You know what
I
I
know.
mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. I'm over it. I am. I'm
Yeah.
over it, and it's
I'm
No.
like
of the opinion that we need to starve her out, not talk about
We
her.
think we've already
And that's
exposed.
why I
Nothing's
left.
happening.
Right? Right.
That's why I left. I don't it's toxic, it's disgusting. I'm
it
done.
is.
Like there's nothing more to say. The
There
truth is out
isn't.
there. She's guilty.
Hmm.
Excuse me. She's guilty. People
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah.
Yep.
End
Right.
of.
That's it.
Yeah.
I
You know,
That's
spent
it.
but
a year and a
everything's
half
been
on it
out
and I was
there.
done.
Yeah.
Right. There's only so many times you can hash over it, and we don't care about her wigs.
Or the
We
fake
don't. We don't
baby.
care about her
Oh, yep.
wigs. We don't.
Or that
We don't care
fake
about anything
baby.
she does.
But I will end it with this. Especially if I hope Exposing It is still watching. Because she's gonna want to hear this. Stone, I think you're the
Yes.
one I told this to.
Mm.
But listen to this, ladies. Now, Chrissy, I might have said it to you too. As far as Gypsy Rose goes, I think True Chrissy is onto something.
Yeah.
She asked me months ago, what if Gypsy Rose Blanchard had been cloned already? And I shut her down and I said, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Chrissy
Nobody
be bringing
wants
stuff
her.
to my head. I'm like, what?
I said nobody wants her, and it's true. Nobody wants her. But now I've talked to Stone, and I raised some good points, didn't I, Stone?
You did raise some very interesting points.
I don't think Dee Dee, her mother, was as innocent as we portray her. Now, did she want out of something? Maybe. But I think True Christy is right. There's so many signs that you cannot miss that Dee Dee was possibly involved in some trafficking rings down in Louisiana before coming to Missouri with Gypsy, and she was getting away from Rod and the mobs, seeing that they wanted to be, because, the Blanchards wanted to be the mob and so did the Petries and
Right.
whatnot. And so, but when she came up here, she got in VisionCon, which has been in trouble for. Which you can see VisionCon is clearly involved in trafficking children.
Clearly.
There's proved traffic rings in Springfield. There's a lot of laundering and,
They even have famous people come to these things, and we know about the Hollywood now. You know what I mean?
But think about
pedophiles.
Think about
this. I do
this.
want to say, from an outsider looking in, and even though I was a creator, I will say for anybody, Chrissy and Trixie were like probably one of the first that discussed that part of the angle of the Gypsy Rose.
Yeah.
And
we got called psycho crazy, stupid liars.
And I was they came out for, like, I know they did. And it's just, so I started like thinking, I think they know what they're talking about a little bit.
It cracks me up when they come out now and somebody else put it out now. That's a bigger channel.
Brand new information.
And no, it's not. It's been out. We put it out with proof. Anyways, back to my point. Yeah. So everyone's saying that Gypsy Rose is using AI on her images for this and AI for that. No, maybe not. I think we are dealing with a reptilian or a demon. She has no soul. Come on, we know this. Because think about it. Okay, when you hold on. Let me get my points out. And you're gonna be blown away a little bit here, Lisa. Think about this. When you watch other reptilians give interviews and they're blatantly lying, or they completely forgot that they had just said something, and when you repeat it to them and they go blank and they just move on like it never happened, never was said, there's no emotion, there's no reaction. Gypsy does that exact same thing, and we know those people are cloned. Yeah. I think True Chrissy is onto something, that Gypsy's may not exactly be Gypsy, and that we're dealing with a demon, and that she's not really using much AI. She's trying, but
didn't Christy say something about her DNA being in the freezer and stuff too? Like some weird stuff. Like why was her DNA being kept? She was involved with Disney a lot.
Sacrifices. But think about this. Her father, Christy, anybody who comes into contact with her on a personal level ages 10 years within a year and a half of being around her. But yet she looks younger and thinner than ever.
Yeah.
Make sense.
I was just going to say on that. Like, even her coming out of prison was not even, that was a big trigger for me. When she came out, like 8 years of sitting somewhere in, like, she was, okay, so you're stuck somewhere 8 years and you're ready to go to like a big huge stadium.
I can't imagine.
Like the nerves, like, I mean, it was
I really, that blew my mind.
I never heard her talk about prison being any type of
You
trauma.
can't walk out those gates after 8.5 years as normal as she did.
No, and just
that's
not
possible. She did it.
Stadium.
I mean, she walked out of those gates like it was nothing. Like she was not even there at all.
And just think about what lockdown did to just regular people.
Right.
They stuck us in our house for 2 years, and now a lot of us are agoraphobic.
Exactly.
Just from 2 years.
You're exactly right. It changed.
It does.
The anxiety was so heightened after that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so those were things that started making me like,
And don't forget the Epstein files show Springfield, Missouri, because he was housed in Springfield medically during his time in prison.
That's so strange.
So and he did traffic a child from Springfield that we know of, just one so far that we know of.
I was told that when they go for like medical treatment in Springfield, like it said he did some like lab work or whatever there, didn't it?
That doesn't make any sense,
because like someone that's really, really sick that is sent there.
But listen, Listen, he was in prison in New York. the medical facility for the prison in Springfield is low security, minimum security. It's literally a nothing. It's a blip. They don't have the medical backing to
Right.
do something big or serious. And I can assure you of that. And the fact that he was sent there for what? For what? I have the documents, don't get me wrong, but I'm not seeing anything that screams, oh, listen to Springfield, Missouri. At best, they did a freaking blood test and a herpes test.
Right.
Yeah.
Strange.
Get him some acyclovir, True Chrissy. Get him some acyclovir. I can't help that one. I know Chrissy's over there just humbled by that one. She knows the joke. All right, ladies. Yes, it's been good. Okay. So let's go ahead and end it. And I hope you ladies have a great night and weekend. Stone, please stay safe. And
Yes,
Chrissy,
ma'am. You too.
you're not allowed to die on me, so stay out of that ice and snow. I don't care if you want a biscuit.
It's not. I
We're
definitely
going
will
this
connect
weekend.
with you outside of here too. So I look forward to next Thursday, everybody.
I do too. Thank you for having me, ladies. I really appreciate this opportunity.
And if we all can keep True Chrissy in our thoughts and prayers still, she does have her father's funeral this weekend.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, we're definitely praying for you, Chrissy.
Yeah.
So that being said, have a great night, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging. And if you haven't already, please smash our like buttons.
Yes.
That's
Thank
right,
you.
guys.
This is the first
Have a
time I've
good one.
actually gone live over on my channel, so go on and give me a like as well.
Yes,
Absolutely.
girl, I will.
I streamed it live on my channel. Yeah.
Oh, you
I'll see you
did?
ladies later. Oh, yeah,
did.
yeah,
How about
she
that?
is. She is.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, great.
If anybody has
I'll
any
make
hypes
sure
left,
that I
please
go
drop
do
them.
that.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
Have a good
All right.
night.
Have a good one, ladies. Bye.
All right.
All right. Good night,
Bye. God
everybody.
bless.